Hey guys, Cosmos here with the cross server guild battle with AllStarZ versus KINGSoKong, and this is a very difficult battle for our guild, and it's a huge amount of fighting going on with a lot of high BR people recording the sound afterwards because we were on TeamSpeak and so forth during the fight. Here we're already starting in the spawn area. 4 minutes to count down to the guild battle, but actually the people were able to start the fight like half a minute before already. We'll see about that. I'm on the tanks for this specific cross server guild battle, and I popped into the tank and I saw that all the buttons disappear, so I had to pop out from the tanks and take the potions and scrolls, bring my battle rating quite high. Here I pass at 202,000 battle rating, trying to pop in back into the tank. Now in this specific battle, but I would say generally also is an issue, there were so many like technical problems, glitches, bugs, and a lot of people were angry because they couldn't do stuff, rightfully so. So me and as well as everybody else, I guess, hopes that these things will be fixed so that people can actually enjoy the guild battle rather than the craziness that that goes on. There is both. I heard people having black screens and I personally had huge lag issues. So did others. So anyways, back to the guild battle. We have 38 participants inside right now. Crystals own 0, chariots starting with 5. Taking blood because people with very high armor it's very good against them. The blood rune. Of course, chaos is very nice in 4v4 battles, but for those people who can't afford to level up chaos rune, the blood rune is really good for that. Starting up, I did agree with Atu to go to the north tower, but it all went sideways, so we don't actually stick with each other. You can see me and Atu here just about shooting somebody there with laser and area damage. Now in this cross server guild battle, on both sides people were kind of sniping the tanks, because the tanks slash chariots are doing so much damage. They can normally kill strong players in 2-3 shots, so it makes sense that both sides attacked the tank owners. Here I don't know how to pronounce Bogdinho. He targeted me straight away. I was kind of in our territory, but he went directly for me. Luckily Anger joined in because he's much stronger than me. Tom and I think one more joins. So with the tanks, what we're trying to do is kind of kill as many enemies as possible. It shoots normally you have 2 buttons, 1 and 2. The first one is the laser, second one is the area damage, and if you don't select any target, it shoots the nearest enemy, but you have the ability to select a target if you want to. Coming close to towers is very dangerous. They hurt tanks a lot, like you see the tower shooting at me there. I'm still alive, but on very low health with the chariot. It's the chariot's health that's shown, not mine. So you can also see it has a pretty good range, so I'm shooting people I don't see. I'm bringing in the ranking board as much as I can. And here you see I'm backing off. Why? Because I'm trying to shoot this player before he attacks me. And although you didn't see any lasers, and that's part of the glitches of the game, I was hitting laser and walking, but none of the time it worked. SW being a lot stronger here. You can see killing me very fast, even though I'm 200 plus. But 200 plus, 200,000 plus battle rating is like a baby here, basically. Now the strange thing with tanks or chariots is that, like you see here, I died and I spawned and I'm with my chariot, so all is good. Now at 2 you see there, he was also tank player, and you can clearly see he's without his tank. So at some point the tank or the chariot dies, but it's not clear when it happens, because clearly a few times I die and I come back with the chariot or tank, and then at some point I die and then I don't have it. So it's all very weird. Now this is the only time, I think, or one of the few times where the laser worked in the beginning and his health was going down, but you see I shot him like 5, 6 times, 7 times and nothing is happening, and that's because of all the glitches in the game. Normally 3 is the maximum you need to shoot, and that's why I'm walking away, because I'm also unable to select another target. So I'm walking away hoping it will auto select another target, because it keeps on remembering that one target. Finally it changes now, but it's again the same difficulty with multiple shootings. Like here you see on the bottom left 2 enemy tanks, so both sides are shooting in that mass of players. I'm trying again to get a different player selected, but it's not working. The AoE was responding correctly, but I'm not sure if it was working correctly. Here you see there's much less players, and so the laser works, and 2 shots the guy is dead. Here you see him shooting this guy 3 times, no change in health. So with the tanks, what is really good is doing laser damage against very strong players, taking them out in 2-3 shots. But then the AoE attack is very good against like for example the crystal collection spot, because usually there are a lot of people there, and if you shoot the area damage, what it does is not only it damages them all, but also it lags them all, because of the glitches, so it makes their job a lot harder. Of course, other places where there are groups of players are the totems, towers, so if it's all convergence points. He was lucky that Shudney came in to join, but the enemy came in also. All strong guys. It's just Hercules artillery going on. I think we did really good considering. Points came in from the totems, I forgot to mention that. I just saw that in the chat. So of course controlling the totems gives the scores. At this moment we're controlling 4 towers, you can see on top right on the mini map, and the enemy is controlling only 1 tower, so this is a really good thing for us. But the enemy is controlling 3 totems versus our controlling 2 totems. Here you see I'm trying to back off and shoot, but their health is not going down. I feel comfortable though here because I'm right in front of our spawn area. And you can also see that they're unable to attack me. They're trying, and it's not entering the battle. And on my side I'm shooting them and they're not dying, so it's definitely really off. Here is another convergence point with the towers and totems. Again, multiple laser shots, the guy is not getting hurt. So basically just doing my best here, and suggesting to people also to do their best via voice communication, because yeah, like this is very difficult also to enjoy the game, because you're doing stuff and nothing is working type of thing. Now you see I got crystal 2 on top of my head. That's not a title or anything, it's just I got 2 crystals for killing somebody. Now at this point, team participants 40, crystals owned 4, which is very little, which means nobody is actually mining crystals, or maybe they're unable to mine crystals. Their Blizzard, you can see in chat, is very angry, and he's hoping that I'm recording this because yeah, nothing is working. And they're stuck as well. They're players that can do nothing, like he's just saying right now. I think I told him do your best, but he's completely stuck. So here is an interesting one where 2 chariots kind of meet each other. For me it was the first time, and I realized I'm not doing too much damage to him. I figured let's kill players instead, but then I saw that no, he's relentless in going after me, so I also then dueled him back. So 130, 170,000 damage type of figures, chariots on one another. Now in this specific moment it started working okay. It could be because of less players in this specific area, but definitely when there are a lot of players it's not working out very well. And that's why you see me using area damage, although I prefer to use laser. There is Dante, for example, and although not visible here, I tried to select him a bunch of times, but it just wouldn't select him. So there is the bleeding rune. You can see it'll do its job, 8,000 per tick, but of course his health barely moved because he has probably 250,000 plus health. Still better than nothing though. See Slasher doing 7,600, so bleeding rune is better than an attack in that case. There's slow play also complaining because yeah, people are frustrated. And actually what happened is people on each side of in each guild thought that they are being disadvantaged from all the glitches and complaining that they're unable to do, you know, to play properly, but actually both sides were having the same problems. So nobody was having an advantage. Let's say both were being disadvantaged. Shooting here saved me, very good. Now normally if everything was working good, you want your teammates to save you if you have a tank, because if you do have a victory, even though that you die, you normally you get to keep your tank. But in this case you see I lost the tank. So this is what happened. So the previous deaths I actually spawned back with a tank. This death I didn't. So that's why it's all weird. If somebody knows exactly how it works, please put down in the comments, share with everyone. Now ranking wise, participants 40, crystals owned 70, which is not much at all. I think definitely we could have done better on crystal collection, and I'm not sure is it because of the glitches or what, why our crystal collection was so not optimal. And when I lost the tank, basically I lost sort of my job, because my job was to be the tank and snipe everybody with lasers. So then what you have to do is, although it's not written or anything, then you have to hunt other tanks down or go for crystal collection to get enough crystals to buy an additional tank. Of course you can also use balons, 100 balons to summon a chariot, or 2,500 crystals. Here 4 players on our side are attacking Zedicus, who is inside of a chariot. So it's very important that we take him out fast, because tanks are, or chariots are very dangerous. And that's what I do after losing my tank. I do crystals and tank hunting. Of course, I don't want to go deep in their territory because I'm not powerful enough. So I want to pick on the ones which are in our area so that other friends join as well. And also the difficulty is in the cross server guild battle is you assign teams and you do your best in preparation before the battle, but it's very difficult to keep in touch. For example, right now I have no idea where Atu is, and although we're in the same team, we don't work together at all because it's just impossible. For leaders as well, it's very difficult to manage it because they're often inside battles or lagged out or blacked out or stuck, and it's very difficult to give orders or instructions when stuff is just not working or you're stuck. So with that in mind, I thought it would be really cool if there was like an overseer position who is not actually playing the battle, but is able to oversee the battle. That would be really cool if they implement something like that. So I'm on Ice Fang here, and clothing switched off to reduce lag, and with the Ice Fang, and there's Gash also with the Ice Fang. We were trying to see each other better, you know, just doing our best, but it's not really working, to be honest. So collecting crystals in the hopes of getting enough to summon more chariots. Now you see our crystal collection started working. Evil Knight here, everybody is strong, everybody. There's nobody you can say, okay, I got this guy. Only, you know, people with very high battle rating, and by very high I mean higher than, definitely higher than 200,000, significantly higher than 200,000. Now knight on knight, one-on-one with Hercules is a problem because a lot of people have very high electro resist, and so it's all small damages. 100,000 just recovered with a heal rune, and Lucy joins in with a blast light. Illusion activates in wonderful timing with blast light out of it, which was awesome. Now Slira comes in also with low life, but I'm unable to kill her fast. 7770 damage. Now Evil Knight Marsis, which was not a good idea, I think, because that disadvantaged Slira to try to survive, although he killed her himself, which was hilarious. This is a funny battle, of course, on our side being a little bit lucky. Now you get personal points for winning battles, of course. You get points for crystals, you get points for everything that you do. So it's pretty important that you contribute. Every action is useful. And now compare this to my previous recording of the cross server guild battle. You can see everybody is collecting crystals with no problem. In the first guild battle there were so many tanks just bombarding the crystal collection field. There, 2 shots, I'm dead. And that's how it's supposed to work with tanks, which didn't really happen for me, unfortunately. Now points wise, you can see even though I'm struggling, I'm there at number 1 with 115 points. Gesh number 2, so that's usually the top people, and Legorn number 3. Those people on top are usually the ones which are the ones controlling the chariots. because it's so much faster to get kills and so forth. So I was surprised with these points because I thought I was struggling a lot, and I didn't think I did maybe an awesome job with tanks. I didn't think I did that, so that's why I was surprised to see that actually I did pretty good considering all the game problems. And so that means also everybody else was suffering from the game glitches, and I somehow did better. I tried to keep my computer clean and so forth so that the game runs as smooth as possible, relatively speaking. So normally, even though I'm recording also on top, I generally have less lag and less problems than other people, which then probably allowed me to do a little bit better. Nice fight as well. There is a very heated fight at this point now. Oh sorry, the blue was the opposite. I might made a confusion. At this point now, the enemy guild has most towers and totems because they have extreme strong players on their side, and to the point where one of their people like Dante is able to take out like a whole group of our top people, and it's very difficult to compete in such a situation. So you can just only do your best. That's what I'm typing right now. Just do your best. I like that Faye is saying that the northeast tower just disappeared on his screen, and Slow Play is upset because he's saying do my best with what? I can't do anything. Alright, we got Stark and Mudzik here with Multiply joining. Now bear in mind my recording is really good considering I've heard all kind of display glitches with you know, people, the same people on both sides, with you know, multiple number of the same peoples. I think here if you notice, I think will be also some issues with Multiply here. First of all, he is a little bit back, I think, but if I remember correctly, he comes back in again. Let's see. We're just bombarding the enemy right now. Mars really helped there against the Delphic of Madzik. Yeah, there comes again Multiply, which was really hilarious. Which of course is not him coming back again, it's just game glitches. And here's a victory. Alright, so of course earlier I was mistaken, so KINGSoKong is actually blue, so looking at the minimap, the blue is the enemy and the red is us. So basically right now they're controlling 3 towers and 3 totems. We're holding 2 totems and the south tower, and you could see on the minimap that the northeast tower is gone, just like Faye said. Actually that's on my display as well. I thought it was only Faye's display glitch. So 1200 points coming in through the totems for KINGSoKong, 800 for us. Nimrod holding 4 people as long as possible. A little bit of crystals +1 and personal and team contribution +5 for each battle like that. So try to collect crystals, but you see up to now I didn't bring too much in, maybe 100 or so, 200 at most. And you see clearly here, no tanks. I think most tanks by now are dead. Points wise, KINGSoKong at 8,992 with AllStarZ at 5,218, and I think that's already good. Considering the points I mentioned before, that they have really strong top players in their guild, and I was positively kind of surprised that we did really good considering. There the northeast tower is back under our control with 2 totems, them having 4 towers and 3 totems. And there is the 100 crystals submitted, personal contribution 5.5. Now I try to go south for a change or to make it quicker, and I very quickly understand why not to go south, because even though we were holding the totem, that tower was just taking you out like really fast. Here I'm showing the different skills that you have available: the summoning chariots, revive all, fury, restores rage, and restoration. For the health, of course, because the health doesn't restore when damage is done. So I forget about the south side and go via north again, hoping basically to collect enough crystals so we can bring more chariots into play. But of course I'm prioritizing enemy chariots / tanks when I see them. Zedegus here again, back with a chariot. Probably he lost a chariot, and then either their crystal collection allowed them to have more chariots, or they bought it with 100 balloons. So good start for us. So Lucy is saying in the chat that actually that southeast tower, it appears as if it's ours, but it's actually the enemy's. I think that's what she meant. And she got shot down exactly like I got shot down, really fast. Now that's where I said earlier that I didn't want to overextend myself to go too much to the towards the enemy territory. In this specific case, I got lasered down by the tank, although I didn't see it. But even if I had attacked the tank, I was deeper in the enemy area, so I probably wouldn't get any reinforcements and would get killed anyways. Now our crystals are climbing, but actually, like, in the grand scale of things, our crystal income was not so good at all. Zedegus again. Now the Guardian rune is priceless, and although we saw the icon, clearly it didn't work or something. Why it's so awesome, the Guardian rune, is because for a couple of turns you can really reduce the damage done to you and absorb so much enemy firepower. Of course, that's bringing your if you just have the normal runes, that's not going to be such a huge issue, but top players actually have maxed out the Guardian rune to level 10 and then advanced into the advanced runes, brought that up a bunch of levels, so then it becomes really effective. Because the new knight's advanced skills, and here we are, the bell actually finished. Obtain King Seals 375, Honor 400, I think it's at. And now KINGSoKong won, so congrats to them. This preliminary round number 3. Here I also go through the various windows relatively quickly for anybody who wants to see all the matchings and stuff. You can pause and have a look. Now the ranking, of course, is not immediately calculated. That's still gonna come in, because there you saw it said my guild ranking number 1, but we dropped to like 40 something, I think. So that's it, you guys. So in general, a very like glitchy cross-server guild battle. The whole concept of the cross-server guild battle is very nice. The preparation though is very difficult. There are no tools for leaders. You have to go outside of the game, use you know, forums and different communication services like TeamSpeak or whatever, and try to get all that setup going. It's not so easy with everybody having opinions and such. So I hope that in future they correct all those problems, and we can enjoy the cross-server guild battles more. Yeah, but it's very difficult because lag is very difficult to remove out of the game. So we'll see how it goes, but everybody did their best. I like to believe that. I like to stay positive always, and frustrations build up very easily. So if this kind of stuff happens to you, just take a deep breath and just do your best, because, well, you can't do, you know, just stressing out on it. I mean, it won't help anything. So that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this crossover guild battle. It was the third preliminary round, and of course we got 7 weeks of this, and then the finals afterwards. So yeah, I think that's all I got for now. If anybody has information about how exactly the tanks losing works, please put it down in the comments for everybody to share as well. Any other tips you have from the different jobs you have at the crossover guild battle, please also share that. Also, everybody is interested in the different locations. That the previous video I did on the crossover guild battle was on the crystal collection job. This one is on the tank job. So I'll see if I can get different jobs to show the totem defense or tower defense, but usually those more difficult jobs are taken up by the strongest players. So I don't really expect to be in the tower or totem positions, because you saw with all the potions and scrolls, I'm just above 200,000, which is not enough, because players there are more in the area of 300,000. So that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do click on like and subscribe below the video. It also helps a lot when you share with your friends, Twitter, Google+, Facebook, or anything else that you might be using. Check out my site dollygames.com, bookmark it if you haven't. Everything is linked off from there. My Cosmos Wartune blog, my YouTube videos, and everything else I got is linked off from there. If you're able to support me, please go become my patron. Even with $1 a month, it helps a lot. With any amount you can afford. All the links are in the description of the video. Thanks for watching and have a very nice day.